All right, how are we doing? So, welcome to the first short episode of our series here. I've officially named this site page Unscripted Dad. So before this, I've kind of recorded a few videos, and I didn't have a name. I didn't have an idea what I was going to end up naming it, and now I do. I have it named. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and work on today. Now I've done a couple of longer videos in the hour-long range, but I also want to go ahead and make some smaller, short videos as well, just to kind of go over that process with you guys here, and then just hopefully spend a little bit more time. I know that people's attention span isn't always the best, so hour-long videos don't always work. I don't really want to edit those down or cut them down, so what I'm going to do is just something slightly different. But today I'm actually going to prepare a sourdough starter. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been wanting to cook sourdough bread for some time. Great health benefits, things like gluten sensitivities can help with that too. So this is kind of what I want to go ahead and do. Plus, I just feel like it would be something that would be really cool, something that I can control, and I just really have like a science experiment really at home, and continue to do things like that. And then kind of experiment with some more recipes in that area before later on down the line. Now, I do want to preference that I've never done this before. This is not something that I've done. This is completely new territory for me. I'm not really much of a baker, more of a cook naturally, so this is going to be a fun process. I'm going to walk you guys through kind of what I've decided based off of what I've looked through online, what I found. And again, this is going to be a daily thing here until we can kind of make some bread. And then after that, I'll just kind of transition into the loaf that I'm making for that time, or whatever it is that I end up going with at that point. But to get us started, I have a bag here of bread flour, organic, unbleached bread flour. I found a lot of different things online. I think that'll pretty much meet my need. I got one of these 12-ounce, 24-ounce mason jars here. I just wanted something that was tall enough that would allow me to go ahead and add to this as well. And I got a couple of them in case I need to switch them out or just kind of start fresh, which I may end up doing just kind of every day, cleaning this out and just giving it a new go until I get something that's pretty well established. I didn't get anything with like a fancy lid or anything like that, just your standard canning lid, but I think that'll work for what I'm using it for and what I need it for. Another thing I have here is just a smaller mason jar. I'm just using this for measuring water later on once I start kind of measuring that out. Funnel, just to get it inside, a little bit easier there. 1 cup measurement, because this is kind of what I'm going to be going off as my starting point. A bowl for measuring, and of course, last but not least, a food scale. Got to have a food scale in order to go ahead and work this out. I guess that's the big thing with baking. I don't know. Never really use a food scale for baking, usually just to check and see what I have available or what I've already created as far as being able to portion food and that type of thing. I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to just go ahead and get started. So bring this down here. I'm going to unlock this and bring this down to the workstation that we have available to us. Now I'm going to move that back just a bit more so we can have more view here. All right, perfect. So starting off, I'm going to go off with basically a 1-to-1 ratio of water to flour. So I'm going to start off by opening this up and give myself a nice heaping cup of flour. Now I say heaping, but I don't really mean heaping. I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in and see what we got here. Wow. Alright, so we got 150 grams. I'm actually going to bring this down. I'm actually going to try to go for 100. I feel like 150 would be too much. So 103. Okay. Alright, so that's my stopping point there. 100 grams of flour. And just so you guys can see that here, tear that on this section here. And then I'll just start using this to kind of spoon my way into this. Now, I kind of messed up already. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I didn't tear the bottle after I put the foam on. So I'm not going to have a full measurement or a correct measurement until I remove that foam. But that's okay. That's an easy step. Perfect. You have to bring 102 with the glass and the funnel. 102 a couple of times. So that's how I actually go for what I try to shoot for my water. Next time, coming in with my water, tearing my water jug, and I usually just bottle of drinking water. I've heard that depending on the chlorine content of your water, that could cause issues with starting or getting started going. I just opted to get a bottle of water this time, so I don't have to leave the water out for an entire night. And I'll just pour in, and I maybe just fill it over. So, with everything else, just start playing the measurement game with the bat. 100 on the dot. I guess I had 102, so I'm going to try to go over the same. 102. Perfect. Now I'm just going to go ahead and move this aside so I don't really need it anymore. Bring this over. Pour my water in. I'm going to agitate this really good and get it nice and mixed up and incorporate that water. So we're starting to look like a paste. It looks like a doughy consistency. I'm just going to make sure to get all of the wet stuff in with the dry stuff. And all of the dry stuff in with the wet stuff. Fold that over and agitate it really good. Ooh, still see some of that flour. Puff it in there in the air, so keep working that in here. Push all everything from the walls down. Alright, okay, pretty much have a nice little dough ball here now. So I'm just kind of cleaning everything off of the corners. There we go. And then that's pretty much it. Step one. So tomorrow I'll come back. I will throw away about half of this and then add another 100 grams of flour, another 100 grams of water, kind of get this moving. I'm going to go to bed, so I won't be around to see what this looks like in a couple of hours, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and look for a rubber band, actually, just so I can mark where the flour is. In case they come down on flowers, pair a bottle or something, I can go ahead and check and see if it's frozen at all. So I'll look for that off camera. In the meantime, that's what I have for you guys here today.